Hello, so this is card number 3 of the July card kit. Well, I should say project kit really, but ho-hum. So this one is actually a cute little tent fold. There we go. But it also goes with the next project. So it just makes a cute little gift bag with a tag on there. But for now, I'm just going to do this one because my tiny mind won't cope with me anymore. So you are going to need from your kit the other piece of basic white, your piece of pool party, your DSP that looks like this one, unless you are changing it, of course. Please remember they're your kits, you do as you wish. So this is the quarter of the paper from earlier, and then these are the die cuts that you will need for this one. So this actually, so these come from the tag, the new tag bundle, and I'm really bad because I forgot to double check the name of that, so forgive me. I'll put it in the PDF. That will be going with this because I've been requested a PDF to go with them. So we will go back to PDFs until you guys tell me otherwise. I know some of you don't like them, so I won't put them into yours. But I'm hoping I can get a QR code on there straight to the video, so you also won't have to deal with me sending you links all the time. So that might save you all some trouble. So this actually comes out of, you'll see in your tags, and we all know how frugal I am when it comes to, so in cutting the tag to get that frame, that was what came from there. We don't waste a drop. I'm going to show you. So this sentiment is really small and I love it because it fitted perfectly for what I wanted, but I dislike having to need 10,001 stamp sets. So this is from the Penguin Place, but you may not have Penguin Place. So it's the one that came out in last year's Christmas mini, and it's back in, or I shouldn't call it a Christmas mini, should I? Because it's not just Christmas in there. But anywho, so I'm going to show you how to use a bigger sentiment and use the No One Deserves a Happier Birthday Than You again, and just change it up slightly because I'm aware that you might not all have the small stamp. So let's get started by putting the trimmer back out. So I don't know if you would have seen, but the DSP is mounted on a really, really small border. So it's on a 10.2. So 10.2 by 14.6. So it's just going to give a minimal border behind that DSP. I just needed something to make it pop a bit from the page. This is the one for the inside, so we're trimming that down to 10 and 14.4. So that's one of the ones from the start. And if you're anything like me, I'm going to put the inner piece up on my shelf because I will get the two muddled up. So this DSP is gorgeous, I love it. So I need a piece that is 10 by 14.4. But there will be a nice bit trimmed off. Oh, that moved. Let's hope that didn't go slanted. Okay, we got away with it. So I keep that and I'll put that inside. And then that leaves us the pool party. So you'll see, ladies, that there's extra card in these kits. So a portrait and cut at 10.5. Because there's extra DSP to normal as well, and then score at 14.9. I wanted to make sure that there was a few extra bits, so you should get a couple more cards out of your kits, especially because one of them is a bag, so you won't need as much card. So the first thing I did was glued my DSP to this white background. It was 10.2 by 14.6. And it is literally going to leak white of higher knot because I've not trimmed that properly at the bottom. Okay, it's just as well. I have an abundance of this paper. Did I not trim it? It did move a bit, didn't it? So I'm going to regret doing that, and I'm going to have a gluey trimmer. I can't deal with wasting paper, especially when it's pretty paper. What have I done so? I bet I muddled these up when I said I wasn't going to. Yeah, I did. I should be shot because it wasn't my paper that was wrong. It was that. So that's at 14.6, she says. See if this is at 10. That one's going to be too slim, isn't it? It would have helped if I'd have measured my page before picking it up. How many pieces of card can one person use? It's just as well we need white for the next one. So I wanted this at 10.2. We've got it this time, peoples. We have got it. It's just taken my tiny little mind a little bit longer. So, you know, when I said the bug was out of the house, I think it may have taken my grey matter with it. Now, this should fit this time. Please refer to your PDFs before even attempting to copy me today. I normally make a mistake or two, but not to that extreme. Okay, so we've now got, and you'll see it's a real minuscule border. Don't know if you can see actually around there. And I propped that up on pads. So because this is a big one, I like to use the outline of my dimensionals. Because often than not they might get wasted. And as I said earlier, frugal is as frugal does. Oh, no, I'm taking the back in with me. There we go. And all you'll need is a few in the middle, just to make sure it's comfortable and it doesn't sag, which is the story of my life. So I've only got one more week left at work, and then next Friday I can put the out of office on and swan off to go see my daddy. Well, I lie, I won't be seeing him straight away because we'll be just me and the kiddies at home for a week first. There we go. Right. Honestly, the craft math that is this desk today. So, wasn't the best placement on my behalf. I should have got up, but I didn't. So that goes onto there. So I'm gonna, in fact, I didn't check this fits first. Should have done that. We're just going to fit on there. So I've got to be a careful, oh, give up, Colette. A careful bunny. I'm going to take that as my second win for the evening because I've not had many of them. In fact, before I forget about it, let's utilise, so as much as I know you guys have all got a lovely piece of card cut to go in the inside, I'm going to put this one because it's a sticky mess on my desk. I don't want to waste it. I'll come back and sort that in a minute. So this did have, so if you've got the smaller sentiment, I overlapped my candle and my heart die cut. Again, they're all from the tags, but and you'll have 2 different types of candles in your kit, so you'll just need to decide which ones you want to use for this. So you can do something along these lines, and I think it'd look just as cute. In fact, I might prefer that. Let's have a look. Let's get this sentiment on some pads so that we can see what manoeuvrability we've got. So I found these dimensionals yesterday or the day before when I was tidying up, and they'd fallen down the back of my desk, but some of them clearly got it against the heat or the pipes, and the backing's coming off with some of them. So again, I love this paper because you can use the pattern to help with placement. There we go. And so you can either have that heart overlapping there and that overlapping there, or you can have the heart tucked behind and the candle overlapping. I think I might go for that, you know. Let's stick this one down because otherwise we're going to be overloaded with dimensionals. Let's have that stuck down flat there. And we'll have, you have to be so careful with these bits. Just dab in the lines, 2 or 3 lines, because that's all you're going to get to play with on there, but it'll be sufficient. Tombo's amazing. There we go. So I think that looks really cute. And then in here, we've got the strip left over from the front. We'll just put that at the bottom. So it's just a little bit of something else that's carried through. There we go. She says. So it's the same card, but slightly different, because I wanted to show you what you would do if you had a slightly bigger sentiment. So this is the tiny one from Penguin Place, and this one's the one from the Tulip Fields. So that was our penultimate card. But come back and we will do your gift bag that matches it.